everyone, welcome to day 2 of the forage. She says as she dies. Hello and welcome back to the Naturally YouTube channel. I'm Marianne and I'm passionate about helping you to heal your horse mind, body and soul naturally. So in part 1 you saw me collecting cow parsley and dandelion leaves. Today is all about the drying of dandelion leaves and the collecting and drying of cleavers. So join me, we're going to have a bit of fun and you can see what I do and why. So still got 2 hours 21 to go, but if I take the lid off, listen, it's mostly there, so I'm just going to let it do the last 2 hours, just to make sure there's no more moisture in there. As I said before, I don't want there to be any moisture in there, else it'll go funky. Okay, so it's next morning. The dandelion leaves have been dehydrating for about 10 hours. That ended overnight, so they've also had a little bit of extra time sat in the dehydrator, but obviously it's not been on, so it's just residual heat that might have further dried them out. So they're all in here. All lovely crunchy sounds, so I'm really happy with those. So I'm just going to now pop them into a jar, one of these, so that I've got them nicely stored in their airtight container so I can use them throughout the year for my horse's health and benefit. So I've just put them in this jar here. They've got a dandelion root on them as a label, but I know that's not a root, but it's got a close enough label, so I'm going to leave it as that. I will obviously be drying the rest of the dandelions, which I've got on the floor just here. Just obviously, as I mentioned, I separated them out so that they could dry a little bit. Because they were quite moist from all the rain that they'd had, and I didn't want them sticking together and getting funky, so I'll pop those in next so that they can be dehydrated and stored for later use. Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of my foraging. Yesterday I got rained off, so I dried the mountain of dandelions that I managed to pick yesterday, dandelion leaves. So those are still processing, which is fine. I think I've put some footage in there for you so you can see what's going on. So I've come up my fields now to see what I can get for cleavers. So as I mentioned in my cleavers video, which I will put in the description box below for you, cleavers like to grow up things. So I'm checking up the edges of my hedges to see if I can see any here. Obviously I walked up the lane, which is the other side of this hedge, yesterday. I didn't really find that many, but from looking here now, I can see that there's a few patches, which is really helpful. So I'm going to start by collecting some of those in, and we'll see where we get to. What I'm obviously looking for is this plant just here. We all know the one. It's the one where you threw at your friends when you were a kid and see how long it would take for them to realise it was stuck to their coat, trousers, whatever. Great fun when you're little, and also very, very beneficial for the herd. So as I said, there's a video about cleavers, so go check that out. Be careful when you are collecting your cleavers though, because it does tend to grow a lot around nettles. So if you've got gloves, wear them. I am being very silly in the fact that I left my gloves in the house. Oh no, not in my pocket. Yes. Right. So very easy and quick to collect. So I'll just move down to my next patch just up here. Now be mindful again of collecting cleavers as we were when we were collecting the dandelions, because we do not want to kill the plant off, so we're not collecting everything, just a selection. Being mindful again of where the plant is rooted, so we don't completely destroy it, and we only take a selection of the plant so that it continue to grow and we can benefit from it next year, or our herd can. Obviously, just as with the dandelion leaves, you can benefit from cleavers as well, if you so wish, by having them in a tea or similar. Are you enjoying the foraging of the cleavers? If so, let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you've subscribed and you click the bell icon so that you get a notification for all future videos. Now, back to the foraging. I'm just going to go down this hedge line and see what I can pick up. Now, similar to the cow parsley, the roots on these don't seem to go very, very deep at all. So be careful when you're collecting and be mindful of what you are picking up. Again, remembering balance, remembering your 1/3 rule. I know it doesn't seem like I'm 1/3 in ruling, but I promise you I am. I've just done this a hell of a lot, so I can basically eyeball where my 1/3 is. Thankfully, when you do find a patch of cleavers, they can quite often be in a group together, which is really helpful. It means there's less time needed to be spent on searching for patches, and you can reach your quota quite readily. So yes, you are on a slant, sorry. It's bad filming on my part, but my camera lady's in Scotland. So just from that quick 2 minutes up there, I've managed to collect all this. Now this is going to be plenty for my dehydrator, so I'm just going to stop there. There are plenty of other patches which I can forage and collect later on another time, so I will do that then. Okay, so day 3 now of dehydrating. Yes, day 3. It does take about 10 hours for each set of dehydrator pans to do their job, and I've done, if you can see up here, 3 jars of dandelion leaves, and I'm so proud of those, and I will definitely be going for another forage soon to get some more dandelion leaves. I intend to fill up all of my empty jars, and that is just so exciting. So I'm just filled up my last lot of pans for the moment. I now have an empty floor, which is good. So that means now that I have got my final set of herbs in the pans, ready to be dehydrated. So I'm just going to pop those on for the 10 hours. I haven't really dehydrated cleavers that much, just because I never usually get to the pans with them. Usually my herd is in the way going, I'll have that thing, yep. So I'm going to put them on slightly lower because they are smaller and they always seem just a little bit more daintier. I'm going to go for a 45 degrees. I did the dandelion leaves on 50 degrees for 10 hours. So I'm going to do 45 degrees for 10 hours for the sticky buds or cleavers, whatever you want to call them. And we'll see how they do. Okay, so end of day 4, but I think everything is finally dried. This is the cleavers, which have just finished, or finished overnight, and I can tell that they're done because I've just taken a thick stem and it snaps. It's absolutely just snaps. So I am happy that that is all dried. So I'm now just going to pop them into a jar. Oh, I do actually have a jar with cleavers on. Isn't that awesome? Save me a job. So I'll just pop them straight into that jar. And then I am finished. There you go, there was part 2 of Foraging Verges. Did you enjoy it? If so, let me know in the comments below which plant you found really interesting, not only for the collection, but the drying as well. Let me know also if it's something that you're going to be doing, and if so, which plant you're going to be collecting, foraging, and then drying and storing for future use. Make sure you've subscribed, make sure you've also connected with us on the Facebook page, join the Facebook group, and check us out on Instagram, @Willa, for up-to-date updates on the herd. And I'll see you again soon. Bye!